Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of The Call Sheet. I'm Gabrielle Simone. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. And today on The Call Sheet, I have the one, the only Zephaniah Terry.
What's up?
Thank you so much for being here. So for those of you all who don't know Zephaniah, he's an actor here in Atlanta. He's worked on some amazing projects as I've seen. Some that noted that stood out to me was Out on a Limb. I love that one. He, of course, was in Tyler Perry's Ruthless. I've seen a couple episodes of that. And then you were in the George Foreman film. Yeah. It's called Big George Foreman, right?
Well, yeah. It's got like
That's
multiple names,
names.
but I think if you just type it on Netflix, it's George Foreman.
Foreman. Yeah, that's where I seen it on Netflix. So, you've got some really notable credits, and I hope that you are proud of yourself, because I had the pleasure of meeting you about 3-4 years ago now at a networking event, and you were just so calm and personable, and I was like, the way you appear on screen is so different than your actual, yourself. You're very chill, zen type of guy.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into acting?
I got into acting multiple different ways. When I was a child, I was in my church group, and my pastor was, I would say retired, like a retired off-Broadway actor.
Okay.
He did a lot of off-Broadway and a few Broadway plays, so theatrical trained. And he gave us free theater if we participated in church, cleaned up, helping hand during community events. And that was our trade for it. And my mom put me in there after school, because I also helped her be able to go to work and stuff like that, and kept me from doing stupid stuff in the street.
Yeah.
And then did that throughout my childhood, and then stopped. And then when I got to college, that's when we had our extra elective classes we had to take.
Okay,
I don't want to say pointless, but the pointless classes that make you take.
Yeah,
like
the PE, the art,
dance appreciation, all that other stuff. All those wild names. So I was like, Mom, I don't want to take none of these classes. She's like, find something that you want to take, because you have to take it. And she reminded me, she's like, you love your acting, and you love your movies, jump back into it. And I said, okay. And I was at Valdosta State, and I transferred to Kennesaw State, and they both had acting on multiple levels. So I just took it all throughout college. And then when I got home from college, I joined places like LS Studios that have very intense acting programs.
Right. I've actually done one of his workshops before, back in the day.
Yeah, but I started with his workshops, and I started doing his 9 to 12 week intensive courses.
Right.
So it just got stronger and stronger and better, and that's how I took it more seriously and started auditioning after that.
So in college, did you study theater, or what were you studying?
Yeah, I actually ended up switching. So when I transferred to Kennesaw State, I minored in theater. That's the reason why I transferred to Kennesaw State, because they have a very phenomenal, well, they did when I was there, I'm sure they still do. They had a very phenomenal theater program.
Dope. So, so it's been in you. Well, that's great. Because sometimes I like to ask whether you chose acting or acting chose you.
I didn't want to act. I did. I would tell you that acting kind of did choose me. My first agent, Miss Lisa, she runs About Faces. Shout out to Miss Lisa. She's like a auntie of mine. I was modeling for Macy's and Belk. And
around what age?
I was 19, 20.
Okay.
Maybe 21. Those 3 ages. And I didn't want to act because I thought, actors, you're going to be a good actor if you're a liar. I was so lost. I was too scared. I'm not going to learn all my lines. I was like, let me take what I felt was easier out, modeling, which I'm not going to say modeling is easier. I just felt the time it was.
Right.
She tricked me, threw me in a commercial in South Carolina. She knew I was going to be the lead of the commercial. She knew I was going to have multiple lines. And she knew once I got there, I wasn't going to quit. And when I found out, I called her, she laughed. She's like, were you going to leave? I said, no.
Yeah.
I did it and fell in love with it. And acting chose me ever since. So
I love that.
I wasn't going to do it though. I just liked studying it because it was fun.
Right.
But at first I was not going to be a full-time actor, and I am now, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah. So do you think that because you weren't really forced into it and it was just kind of a love, has it made your career building easier?
I think so, because it allowed me to be patient. It allowed me to I've gone through slumps, like you just named all the projects that I've done where I've gone back to back to back, big projects. And I've gone, especially like this last year, especially following the strike we had.
Yes.
It was slow for me coming back. I was blessed. I did do a big movie overseas, which we can talk about in a minute. But other than that, it was slow. And it was like that for a lot of my other friends too.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
But I wasn't tripping because me knowing I love it so much, I know it's a matter of time.
Right.
Like, I know I'm amazing. I know I got a lot more to do. But I know I'm going to be humongous in it, in that craft. And I'm just patient with it because I know I love it. So if it comes now, cool. I want it to come now.
Right.
But if it comes when I'm 35, 40, then cool.
Yeah. And then that's the lulls of the industry. I mean, some seasons are just slower than others, and and then it gives you time to, adjust your lens of life, other important things, and because you've been in it over a decade, I know that, of course, with your own maturity, it's changed your vision of, what you want your life to look like. Because prior to Roland, we were talking about relationships and stuff like that. So how important is it to have a partner that supports you?
Oh, very important. Very important. I used to think that I had to date somebody in the industry. And this goes for anybody in the industry. Is it okay if I look in the cameras?
Yeah, okay. You can look here or there. You
do not have to date somebody that's in your industry field. Don't listen to nobody. Sometimes that was better for me. Sometimes it was worse for me. I've talked to women that were actresses. I talked to women that are in corporate, or women that own their own business, but regardless, you just have that partner that supports you,
right? That
understands that there are going to be intimate scenes, especially if they date like an attractive person,
right?
They have to understand that they got to know how to work a room too, because I'm gonna when I get to these big red carpets and stuff like that, I expect my girlfriend, who will one day be my wife, whoever that is I'm dating at the time, to be able to carry themselves correctly in a room.
Right.
Don't be mean. Like, learn how to understand I can't stand next to you the whole time.
Right.
During the premieres, I gotta kiki in front of this camera and that camera and this person and that person, this producer and that. Yeah. I want to make sure that you can do the same.
Right. And represent you well.
Represent me well. Yes.
Yeah. Because I've been in some rooms where you can see the supportive spouse or supportive partner compared to someone who's not as supportive, or can be standoffish in a way. And
that keeps getting booked. I found that out from a director that sometimes they will not book the person that has the difficult wife or the difficult husband, or the jealous wife or the jealous husband, because they know that it will come in the way of their actors' attention span.
Right. Yeah.
So if you have a partner that you know is openly jealous or openly difficult, don't bring them to the event, because if the director sees it and the producer sees it, they might not want to put their money behind you because they know your attention will be split. So
that's good. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So sometimes not everybody is meant to come with you with all the events and stuff.
Yeah.
Or choose your partner wisely is another big thing. Yeah. So So is dating difficult for you, or like now that you've kind of made a name for yourself and people recognize you from television or films, do you think that women choose you based on what they've seen on TV or online?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. And I have other friends that have taught me that ahead of time. One of the people, and I'm sure he'll be okay with me telling this, years ago, I'm really decent friends with Trevor Jackson, the actor and the singer, and I used to dance with him.
Okay. That you was a dancer. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
My mama was a dancer in college. She did ballroom and hip hop and merengue and bachata. So my mom taught me all them types of forms of dancing.
Wow.
So I ended up dancing. That's how I met Trevor and Jacob Lattimore and all them. And Trevor would tell me all the time how that makes it difficult. So I always worry about that. So I was prepared for it. But it does happen. I do have women that talk to me solely because of what they know I have, what they think I have, what they know I'm about to get, what they see me do. But if I'm being honest, I don't mind it.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
Good. It comes with the territory. Yeah.
And I know that if she wants to be in my life, if the main focus is because of what I do, what I have, then that's just an entry thing. But I know when she gets around me, she's gonna love me for who I am.
Good. Are you able to see that in women? Like, I know she's around because of what I do, versus she wants to get to know me. You can see it very clearly.
You can see it in women. Oh, and I've actually dated women before. Well, not multiple, but I've had one woman I dated before. I know for a fact she started dating me because of who I was. But within 6 months, she fell in love with who I am. So,
okay. So you gave her a chance, even though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't mind.
I would have been like, no.
Yeah, because as I knew who I am. She's like, boy. I knew who I am was gonna the way I was raised is gonna overpower it. Like I knew it. So I'm just that confident in the way I treat people. Good. That she's gonna fall in love with who I am regardless.
Do you have any sisters?
I don't. I have stepsisters. Oh,
okay. Because, like, I was just thinking from a sister's perspective, I would be like, get away from my brother. That's what it's about.
I have stepsisters, and I have a couple of close female friends that do protect me like I'm their brother.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, make sure you got some good women around you, because listen, especially in Atlanta, it can be tough. Yeah.
I have some stories about what some women have tried to do. Yeah.
Well, I want to speak to the fact where we're at right now. We are at Champs Boxing Club. I wanted to come to you for the interview because I think it's so dope that your passion of boxing and fitness and acting have intertwined. Especially, I mean, I know you were training before the George Foreman film, but I know, how did the opportunity arise? Was it because you were already boxing, or did you come across the role? How did that happen?
Oh, for the film or
for the film?
I got the film. Multiple reasons. I have a very good agent, Sheba Williams. She's runs Impact Talent all throughout the country, but she's my LA agent.
Okay.
She's the OG in the game, and she got me that audition. And she's very good friends with George Tillman, who is the director, George Tillman Jr. On Legendary. I call him in the Black Five, directors, with him, Spike Lee, John Singleton, rest in peace. He's a part of that group. So I auditioned for it because they needed somebody it was a real character. His name was Royce Williams, and they need somebody that could box and act because there's multiple real boxers in the movie. Of course, the guy that plays George Foreman's technically in the movie. You have Muhammad Ali's in the movie. You have Sonny Liston's in the movie, and then you have Joe Frazier. And all of those people besides Muhammad Ali, all the other boxers besides Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, they didn't have any lines. But the Royce guy that I played had lines.
Okay.
Had like 2 scenes worth of lines, 2-3 scenes worth of lines. And they need somebody that can do both, and it's hard to find, but they found me. I fit the mold for he's a pretty boy and can box very well. And then they wanted to give me like a 30-40 second explanation of my boxing expertise and sending videos, so it helped. Right. And then also I had a good agent who has a good reputation. So the directors called her directly. And I usually
asked who she had?
No. He saw my audition and then saw the name of my agency, which he knew was her. So he called her directly, like, yo, he bypassed everybody. Like, who is this? So then my callback was with him. Usually the callback, where actors knows, usually it's forced. You hit about 3 to 4, especially with big projects. And that's a blockbuster movie.
Right.
You got to hit like 4 steps before you get to talk to the director. Like you hit the audition, then you usually do a callback with like some casting producer. Then you do on-screen camera testing with the regular producers, executive producers, and the writers. Then you might, by your 3rd or 4th callback, you might finally meet the director. The second one, he called me, it was just him, a Zoom meeting. So I think that helped because I had the boxing experience, the acting experience, and I had a good agent. A good rep. That knows people. So he directly called her, so that helps too. So those are most reasons why.
Okay. I love how multiple pieces kind of fit in with that puzzle. It's like you already had a love for boxing, you were already training, you could do all of that, and then your representation, of course, mattered. But then also just your training as an actor, like that all intertwined and came together seamlessly. That's beautiful. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop in and say thank you so much for watching The Call Sheet. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And leave your comment. What's the best part of this episode that you like? Be sure to follow us on Fanbase on Facebook and on Instagram at The Call Sheet Podcast. We'll be putting up some behind the scenes clips and telling you what's coming up next. If you have any questions around the acting industry here in Atlanta, feel free to email me at thecallsheetpodcast@gmail.com. Okay, back to the episode. So let's talk about Champs Boxing Club. How did this all start?
So this, we are Champs Boxing and Fitness here in Smyrna, Georgia. In case you guys don't know what Smyrna is, like right above Atlanta. We've been here for a little over 10 or 11 years now. This is actually the gym I grew up fighting out of.
Okay.
One of the gyms I grew up fighting out of. Fought here I had the same coach for my Junior Olympics, my Golden Gloves, state championships, everything. His name's Pete, Coach Pete. Shout out to him. He's the one that taught me how to teach people as well. So I started teaching other gyms about 4 or 5 years ago. But they were always cookie cutter gyms. I was always head trainer. I was the youngest dude, and being young and black, it didn't really sit well with a lot of the owners. And I usually had a lot more knowledge in boxing and just knowing how to teach classes better than a lot of the owners did. So I would always introduce ideas, and I just don't think, even though I made the money, I don't think they liked the fact that like I just knew more than them. And then I would request more money, of course, and they were paying me, and eventually got to the point where I had to leave. So I called Coach Pete, and he was like, come through here. He's like, I'll give you a percentage of the gym, help you get your EIN number, your LLC. That will make you a minority owner. That way you can get your own business equity. So all you gotta do is split the rent with me, cover the cost of anything we need to fix up in here, get your own clientele, and I'll show you how to run everything. So that was a big blessing. So now I run it. I teach early. I open the gym up at like 6:30 in the morning most of the time. Then I also do it in the middle of the day, and he comes in the evening and teaches whatever clientele he has. He's only here about 4 days a week, and I'm here like 7 days a week. Because he's been doing this he's an OG, he's been doing this for years. For like 30 years going on. And he's got his own other businesses, so he really don't need, his wife is successful. He don't need to really be here, so it's a blessing to it's a stepping stone for me. But it is difficult running your own business because he lets me run it how I want to run it.
And you said you're here 7 days a week?
7 days a week. And he told me that's a problem. He said, I'm going to make you, he said, you're going to run it like you're an owner, so you know what it was like starting a business. I probably would have to, but he's on me about it. So he's like a really big mentor about it. He's like, well, I'm going to give you a percentage of the gym, you're going to do it right. So I still got to do better, but it is tough.
Starting a business, running a business is very hard.
But it's doing good. I have, within a year, I have about consistently 70 clients.
That's
which
great.
Is a lot. I barely started marketing, but I'm finally doing more, and I plan on having about 150 before I move to my own location completely. We're double here. I'm open 7 days a week. So come through.
So how can they find you, like, online? Do y'all have your own page, like on Instagram?
Mine is Boxing with Zeph on Instagram and TikTok. We have a gym page as well, Champs Boxing and Fitness.
And you're accepting new clients?
All the time.
All the time?
I'm about to hire some more coaches as well. I know Pete's going to hire some more coaches as well, so we got the time for it. If you want to do early morning or midday, you come to me. If you want to do evening, you go with him. I have my website coming back out, and it'll just be Boxing with Zeph. But yeah, follow that page, Boxing with Zeph on Instagram, and DM me and get you started. We do weight training here and boxing, and then we do an unlimited membership nutrition plan. That is tailored toward your weight and your height and where you want to go, so you get it up. And I really care about it, so I break down the boxing here. And as I was telling you before, I got partnerships coming here too. So.
And you mentioned, what's it called? The training.
ATL stunts.
ATL stunts.
I've been talking to them, and I'm gonna talk to them some more. That I've been trying to get them to send a representative out once a month to teach people here on-camera fight training. How to properly fall, how to properly punch, properly kick, everything.
Because that would be a class I would be interested in. Like, just in case, you never know. I had an interview a few weeks ago with a girl who did Fatal Attraction. You've also done Fatal Attraction. And she had to fight, do like a little fight scene. And she said it was a little difficult because she hadn't had training in that.
Yeah.
So that would be like a good tool to have in your tool belt.
Yeah, I would love to look out for that. I'm gonna reach out to ATL Stunts again soon. I talked to them; they're interested. They just want us to get the numbers right, so that they can get paid for it and I get paid for it. Probably, I would love to do something where I can have a dual membership so people can come here and there.
Okay.
Because I get a lot of. Even when I do a lot of these movies, I do all my own stunts. They ask me sometimes for extra people that can do certain stunts. And if I got a whole gym full of actors like yourself and actresses like yourself that can also do fight training, then help y'all get paid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Help out these production companies so they don't got to look as far sometimes.
Yeah. So right now, throughout the industry, it's a little slow. The strike is just now over, and everyone's trying to figure things out. During the slow times, what do you do to still stay like in your creative area without being necessarily on set?
Man, what do I do to stay in my creative bag?
Yeah.
When I'm not on set, I audition for everything, man. Like I have my friends making fun of me. Like I audition for like short films that don't pay nothing. I usually probably don't. I'm gonna say it on camera. Fuck it. I probably won't take that role, but I do it just because.
For the practice.
Yeah. They'll reach out to me. We loved you, and I'll be like, sorry, I can't do it for free, but I definitely put somebody in my spot. Or if I got the time, I'll run it real quick, or I'll tell them. Usually they'll end up paying me anyway. But the main way I stay in it is I go to as many workshops as I can. I still go to class when I can.
Okay.
Networking events like Greenlit and Actors Link Up and On Set. These are all different companies. Look them up, y'all. Greenlit Studios, Actors Link Up. I'm going to their event. They have the big one next month. On Set, and then the other one is the Booking Room.
Okay.
And all these places you can pay like $25, something like that, $30 for a ticket for whatever event they have that night, and they'll bring in big actors and producers. You can ask some questions, and then we do acting drills. And I stay warm doing that. I try to do that every month. And then, like I said, just auditioning for everything that I like from Actors Access.
I was just about to ask that. Where do you find your auditions?
Of course, I have my agents. I have my Atlanta and New York and Chicago. Pretty much my East Coast agents are Guild Talent. Shout out to them. So they send me auditions.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with them.
I love them. And then my West Coast is Impact Talent with Sheba Williams. So I do all the auditions they send me, of course, because they send me the big ones.
Right.
And then I still, even as an actor, I still do my own submissions. I usually do Actors Access, sometimes Casting Networks. Their website's a little harder to use. I feel a little stupid sometimes I'm on there, but Actors Access is really easy to use. You get very good auditions. So, and I submit myself Actors Access, try to every day, if not every other day.
That's great. So you're running the business 7 days a week. You're submitting to auditions. You're networking. I come across actors who are like, oh, there's no work to be done. What can you say to actors like that? Like, just hearing you, like 7 days a week is crazy running a business.
You said me, I'm about to get disrespectful. You really said me.
No, actors, they're like, there's no work out here. What do you say to actors like that?
They don't know what they're talking about. They're not real actors if they say that. Like, there's plenty of work. Now, it's hard. It might be harder for you to book something, but there's plenty of opportunities. I get auditions from my agents, or they got a bad agent. Like I get auditions from my agents at least, and it's slow, and I still get auditions at least once a week, if not once every 2 weeks.
Oh, that's good.
And I get notifications from Actors Access every day.
Yeah.
Like literally every day, if not every other day, to submit something that fits me. Within I usually keep it within the East Coast.
Okay.
If it's you can set it for filters to where if it pays a certain amount, then you'll go out to LA. But no, there's plenty of work here for them. And then if you go to these networking events, I meet plenty of directors and writers and producers that are doing dope indie projects.
Right.
That pay decent, pay $200, $300, $400 a day, which is a good check if you're there 6 days a week. You know, most people I don't even make $300 in a day. If you do your math, you make $300 in a day. Every day you're making $120,000 a year. So like $200 to $300 a day is good.
Right.
I see projects like that all the time because I go to networking events.
Good. So that networking piece is like you go to. How often do you go out? Like once a month, twice a month? Or?
I go as much as I can for networking events. So like on average, I usually only find ones that like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
But sometimes if I get lucky, I'll I can go to one once every 2 weeks. But now I'm at the point, because we go to networking events and you actually talk and speak to other people, and I just sit in the corner with whatever friend you brought.
Yeah.
Like, and you get us.
That used to be me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be being shady. My fault, y'all. But my friends say that I be having a shady tongue sometimes. I be meaning it. But fight your get out your comfort zone. I know it's uncomfortable, but once you practice that tool and work that muscle, it become easy. Because 9 times 10, when I go to one networking event, after I get done talking to a bunch of people and really have a conversation with at least 5, 6 people, I then got invited to another networking event and another one and another one. Like I'm going to one. I got invited to a Remy Martin event for their liquor. I'm trying to get them sponsored for the gym and for acting stuff.
Okay.
And then once somebody there invited me to another event this Thursday, tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, so
I
it
try to
just,
go as much as I can.
yeah, it just links. Yeah.
And I just go for a couple hours. You gotta be there all night and be drunk. Like you ain't gotta do that. Like they usually start around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, sometimes earlier. I'll get there on time or like 20 minutes late at the most, and be there till like 10 o'clock and wrap it up, come home.
Bounce out. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay. So you mentioned that you're still training. Now, I've heard some actors say that they just naturally have it and they're ready to act. They say they really don't need training. They say,
They stupid. No, it's not. That's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing to naturally have it.
It is to be naturally talented. I will say, I suck at a lot of things. I suck at football and track. Acting and boxing is always my bag. To where I've always been like the best in my class. But it doesn't mean I have to train. I constantly have to train.
Right.
You should rely on your natural confidence. And when you get to a certain point, you won't have to go to class as much because you'll be booking so much that is your consistent training, being on camera all the time. But I plan on, even when I have my huge roles, like when I had George Foreman, I went and got a personal one-on-one training. And then I got close with people that were better than me. Like I got close with Mr. Whitaker, Forrest Whitaker, and Chris Davis. And they was teaching me and training me for a couple of weeks while I was on set. After when we weren't filming, I'd go sit with them in their trailers or their hotels and train. But no, when people say they don't train, it's stupid. It's like a basketball player saying like, I made it to my rookie league in NBA, I'm just not gonna go to practice. Like no, I naturally got it. Like that's a lie.
Okay.
They are not.
Thank you for clearing that up, y'all. Actors, go train. Go find somebody to help
with.
you. Yeah, to train with. Whether it's workshops or like
Or a group of friends
or
that you just do auditions with, that you know are better than you. Because even just auditioning every day is training.
True. Yeah. Because you're running those lines, you're getting in the character and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so could you please speak to, like, my mission here with the call sheet is to inspire beginning actors that have been in it for a little while. But if you could speak to actors who are just starting out, what is something that they need to know for the long road, for the long game?
Can you still hear me if I'm leaning back like this?
Yeah, you good.
You said for the long game?
Yeah, like you've been in it, over a decade now, professionally.
Professionally, about 6 years.
Okay.
I count my mentor as being a professional actor until you get your first check with your first line. Even if it's one line,
okay.
you got paid $150, you're now a professional actor. Until then, you're amateur. Which is because that's just respect for the people that, get paid for it and do it. But I've been professional about going on 6 years now. I've been an amateur, studying amateur for over a decade now. But for the long haul, some people blow up overnight, some people don't. Some people it takes years to book something. I got lucky and booked Fatal Attraction and Homicide Hunter, a bunch of cop roles, like my first month of auditioning. And then within my first year, I booked a heavy reoccurring for Tyler Perry's Ruthless, which usually doesn't happen.
Right.
I got blessed for that, and then I booked, and now I'm on a year of slump. It happens. I'm my 6th year. But most actors don't start making a living of it. First of all, only about, I think just in their career in general, I think it's like 14% of actors make a full living off it, which is crazy, low amount. And out of that 14%, it usually takes about 7 to 10 years before you even get there, to where you just don't have to do nothing else and you can make a decent living off of just being in front of that camera.
Right.
So just be prepared for long haul and don't pay attention. I know you can have imposter syndrome at times and feel like you're not supposed to be here. And I have that too at times. It's me being vulnerable where I'm like, damn, like, am I as good as my peers? But you gotta stay in tune with God if you're a spiritual person. And just trust yourself, believe yourself that it's gonna come, and all it takes is one big project. And you have your ups and downs, because there's times where I booked a big project and it's project after project, and you're like, oh damn, like I kind of wanted to slow down.
Right.
There's times where it's a slump and you want to pick up, but don't pay attention to these people that say they booking everything, because especially if you're in Atlanta, 90% of people that say they actors are extras. They're not actors.
Yeah.
They are extras, or they're video vixens, fella vixens, or female vixens. Or they just in the background, or they lying. Like, so it's the highlight reel. So don't listen to everything. Just go your own motion and keep trying, and eventually you will get that one. Yeah, that's all you really need.
Yeah. Good. What else do I have for you? I really just want to say thank you. I really love your humility and your openness. For yourself personally, what in the next 3 to 5 years, what do you want for yourself in the industry and then in your personal life?
Oh shoot, in the industry, 3 to 5 years, I'm going to win all the awards.
Okay.
I already know it.
So EGOT.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be EGOT within 3 to 5 years.
Hold on. Speaking of EGOT, do you do theater?
I do.
Oh, of course. Well, you have theater training.
Yeah.
So okay. So
I have done a few plays as well.
You've done okay. So EGOT. What can you do on the Grammy side of things? Can you sing?
A little bit, and I can write. I write music.
Okay.
And I play the full drum set.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
I definitely can see myself composing or being involved with, especially like a lot of indie movies I do now. Like Without a Limb, I sat in with the director and the producer and helped him pick the soundtrack for it. And if you're involved, like, he gave me a credit. That's how you can get a Grammy.
Oh, okay.
You'd be involved winning best soundtrack for a film. Or best score.
You taught me something new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, as long as you're with that person, and make sure whoever is the head of that gives that credit involves you in the group credit. As long as you do enough work, that's how these actors that have nothing to do with music win those Grammys. Because they do. They are a very big part in picking the score, which is very important. A lot of people, the way music flows and scenes really affects your emotions, how you interpret the scene.
Absolutely.
It's very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that's how I would get that.
Okay, because I had to tap into that. Because, well, I mean, you got film and TV on lock, so I wasn't worried about that. But I had to tap into the Grammy part.
I want that a couple of years. I want to have, every year I want to open up at least 1 to 2 locations of another boxing and fitness gym in a different state. So I guess within 5 years I'd love to have about 10 locations.
Okay.
I want to start my own, I'm going to start my own fitness clothing line that caters to men. Because I be in the gym all the time, and I see nothing. Well, first of all, these women be killing us in the gym. Y'all be killing us.
With the fashions?
Be in the gym in general.
Yeah.
They be in the gym all the time. So I'm mainly talking to women, because they work out a lot more than men. That's 1. 2, and in the fashion, y'all be wearing like fly outfits, and I'd be like, "What is that?" They'll give me different name, and then another girl will know it, and I'll ask you how much it is. Like, girl, it's $30. I'm like, what the fuck? My Nike shirt costs $40 by itself.
Yeah.
It's either that or some Walmart bullshit. Like that's all you got. So I want something that will make men feel like they're young, they're in shape, make it affordable. So
I like that.
I have that coming out soon.
Okay. Do you already have a name for your line?
Yeah.
Do you mind saying it?
Yeah, it's just Zeph's Athletics. So.
Zeph Athletics?
Zeph's Athletics.
Zeph's Athletics. I love that. Okay.
So, and that'll be tailored towards men. That comes out soon.
Okay.
I'll probably have that out before the fall.
Yeah, you got a lot cooking.
Yeah.
And you're dating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So personally, in 3 to 5 years, are you gonna be married? With kids?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. I told my mom, so I don't have a serious girlfriend now, just talking and stuff. But I told my mom and my daddy, like, I'm 29. Like, you got about a year and a half to be the grandma, the granddad without no grandkids. Yeah. Because they coming.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
I expect that within the next 2-3 years, I definitely would love to have children and at least a fiance, if not a wife. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's a lot when it comes to kids and relationships and being married and all that. But having that unit, I know it'll help you flourish even more than where you are, as a single man. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Really am. Okay, lastly, leave us with some words of wisdom for just creatives in general that are maybe in a slump right now, maybe not booking, but they want to be on the big screen. What do you have for him?
Hit him with that camera?
Yeah, hit him right there.
If you're in a slump right now, try not to let that affect your day to day. Your favorite athlete, your favorite artist, your favorite actors, your favorite business owners, anybody that was successful. If you got a chance to sit with them or you listen to interviews, 99% of them, not 100, would tell you they had slumps in the beginning, the middle, and even towards the end. The real champions, I know that might be a little corny because I'm in boxing gym, but the way I teach my boxing is the way I teach my lifestyle. I want to make you a champion in life. And the real champions go through slumps all the time, and they keep fighting no matter what. Like I was telling you, I'm in a slump right now. I'm acting, and I should be being vulnerable. I mean, yes, I have a show and a movie coming up, and I'm very appreciative of them. But I've been the last 6-7 months. I've been auditioning a lot and wasn't booking a lot, and that was a shock to me. But let that give you more motivation to keep going, keep trying, and whatever it is. But you said for creatives, and believe in yourself.
Yeah. If
you're starting your company and you're scared to start it, just do it. Sometimes I'm scared to post because I feel like people aren't going to like my stuff, and it's going to have like 2 or 3 likes, and people are like, I ain't going there. Like, there ain't nobody liking it. But I have those 2 or 3 likes, 2 or 3 people will show up. And the goal with any successful business is to have 2 or 3 people a day at least to buy your product or invest in your product, and you will see a very big upside with that. So start off small, but start no matter whether you're broke, tired, upset, fearful, because that's just in your head. You'd be surprised who really want to mess with you. You'd be surprised some people really want to rock with you or what you got going on. And continue to help others. My mother, I love the woman, Entrepreneurship Terry, and her. You know, on emails you have a little note that comes with every email. Somebody can like send. It's like your signature note at the bottom of the email.
Yeah.
Her note is based off of scripture. If I say this right, forgive me, Mom, if I say it wrong, but she's had since I was like 10 years old. It said, the Lord wants you to help as many people as you want to help you. And pretty much what she was trying to tell me was, the more people you help, the more people will turn around and help you. So just because you're working your own business, still do things for others, you know. And you'll have people that will invest in you, because if you build that village, you'll have people that will give you what you need. And that's pretty much it. I know I think the last thing I'll leave them on, because I know this, because I grew up with this generation before and after. I grew up in social media generation, and I grew up before it. Don't let that affect you. That negatively affects people a lot. Yeah. You got to learn to ignore it. You got to learn to take your business, post it, get off. Interact the best you can, and just be consistent. It's going to start off small, or it might start off big if you're blessed. But do not let other people's success or what they're showing you. I hope that their success is real, but have those people that they lying. Have them telling the truth. It doesn't matter because it's not you. You got your own lane. Stay in it. Focus on it. Support others. Clap for your friends. Clap for your enemies. Pray for everybody. And that support's going to come for you too. I'm a living example of that. So
beautifully said. So where can people follow you?
Zephaniah Terry and everything. If you just Google me, if you type in Zephaniah on anything, I pop up me in the Bible scripture.
Okay.
I pop up on. I've had my mother shows me all the time. She loves Googling me. Now I pop up right neck and neck with. I'm like the #1 search Zephaniah in the world right now. So that's very nice to see. So you pop me up. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. My TikTok is Boxing with Zeph, but if you type in Zephaniah, you'll see it. Come join the gym. We're Chance Boxing Fitness. Trying first class for free. I think you'll love it, and I can definitely introduce you to other things. And look at my next project. I got a project coming out soon.
Speak on that. That was the overseas project. Okay.
It's a movie we did with Call of Duty, based off of Modern Warfare 2, when that was one of the first big video game tournaments. You know, these people were making thousands and billions of dollars for doing Twitch, streaming, and these tournaments. So this all started back in like 2009 was when the very first big tournament came. And it's based off a true story with these boys in Europe. Okay. And a young man in Europe, and I'm very excited. I'm one of the leads of it. We shot it in Macedonia, which is Providence in Greece. Okay. It's its own country and everything. It was a beautiful country. I was their first American to star and to be in any of their movies. Just be in a movie. Wow. They have a very big theater program and very big movies out there as well. But they've never had an American in a movie. They for damn sure never had an American star in a movie. They for sure never had a black person in a movie. So I crossed a lot of borders over there. So that was really dope. I learned new language for it. And I'm very excited. And I believe they finished up in post because they went and got their score from some big orchestra company they know in Spain. Like the score is gonna be phenomenal. I've heard it.
Wow.
It's
when
like
is that due to come out?
I believe they said by the end of the year. They're shopping it with.
So by the end of 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say who they're shopping it with, but several streaming services. I believe it'll come out in Europe in their theaters first, and then it'll come out in streaming. I don't know if it'll come out in movie theaters here because it's a foreign film.
Right.
But definitely come out like big streaming platforms because 80%, it's 50-50. 50% of movies in Macedonian/Greek and the other is in English. So it'll be one of the movies where we gotta watch with subtitles. But I know a lot of people are starting to love movies like that now. And it's intense. It's like an intense drama, and I think it'll give an appreciation to people. It's his first movie of its kind, where it talks about video games and that culture. They'll be really appreciated, and it'll also get appreciated to people that have partners that date people that take video games seriously. Right. And how some people really provide for their families, or it's just the craft that they really love. Right. It's very dope. I'm excited for everybody to see it.
I'm excited to see. Yeah, I'm excited for that project.
And I go hard in that movie. I'm a whole different person. I'm an asshole in that movie.
Oh, I can't wait to see that because naturally you're like the chillest guy, so I can't wait to see that.
I'm like super laser focused, like taking care of my family with this game. I'm like the vet on the team, so it's dope.
Dope. I can't wait to see it. Well, thank you again for allowing me to come and chill in your gym and catch up with you. I will definitely have you back on the call sheet. So we will see you all next time. Make sure y'all follow Zephaniah Terry and come check out his gym if you're in the Atlanta area. Everybody can use a workout. I need to come too. Maybe I'll bring my friend.
Bring your friends, bring all your people. Just come on through. You can come with me, come with Pete, either one, don't matter. Cool. Just holler at me, I'll direct you the right way.
Thank you so much. This has been the call sheet. We'll see you all next time.